Thanks so much for tuning in to today's episode of Mood Monday. As you guys can clearly see, I'm not in the studio. I'm actually out enjoying a little bit of nature here in my complex. And I did this, A, because it's just a great day outside today. Also, to illustrate the point of today's Mood Monday. So, I'm using a quote today that is something I wrote, I would say about 2 years ago. It's called Our Sun and Cloud Relationship. It talks about the ultimate reality of what's going on versus what goes on here sometimes. That could be a bit different than what actually is going on out here. So, I want to start off this episode with some music. And this is a song that I wrote, I would say between 2011 and 2012, the very beginning of my group, the Fruition Experience. And so I wrote this song. It's called Truth Meditation. And this song features a really close friend of mine. His name is Akil Raphael, and he plays steel pine, plays a steel drum. So I'm going to play this video for you guys to check out and listen to this music, and then we'll come right back and we'll talk about our sun and clouds relationship. Check this out. Hey, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Um, I hope you enjoyed that. Drop a line and let me know what you think. So, the reason why I chose to use that piece of music today for this topic is because if you notice from the imagery in the video, it had a lot to do with nature, the outdoors, and just the vastness of the world, the beauty of the world, and the reason why I'm even out here right now. So I love nature, absolutely love nature, and I look forward to more time in my near future with spending time in it, going hiking and camping and all that good stuff. Not so sure how much nature loves me though. Why do I say that? Because I'm sitting here, while you guys are watching that video, I'm hacking and coughing and sneezing, wiping my eyes and everything. Damn allergies. No, but it's all good. So, the topic of today is our sun and clouds relationship. In layman's terms, where I'm going with this is things aren't always as bad as they seem. Things are not always as bad as they seem. You know, I like to be sensitive with everybody's situation because there are some situations in life and people's scenarios that are worse than others. I happen to be a pretty fortunate person. Y'all gonna have to excuse me if I'm clearing my throat. Like I told y'all, these allergies. But I'm a person that considers himself pretty fortunate. I live in the United States, a place where even with as many things that are going on that we could sit here for the next hour and a half with a beer or something and go in on. Um, I still have been afforded a pretty decent life, and I haven't had to deal with too many of the atrocities that some of my other brothers and sisters have around the world. So I always like to be sensitive to that by using the word some and sometimes. There are some situations, sometimes in life, things are not as bad as they seem. And so I use the sun and the clouds concept because when you're looking in the sky, like right now, I'm looking at a pretty clear sky. I will show it to you guys, but then I'm gonna mess up how I got the camera, and then everything will be done from there on. But pretty clear sky. If you're here in Baltimore, then same deal. There are times when I'm looking up at that sun, it's nothing but just dark clouds. Case in point, the last 7 days here in Baltimore, it's been raining like crazy, in the Maryland area. So, but right now, there's no clouds. The thing though is that if there were clouds, and no matter how dark they were, the truth of the matter, the truth of the matter is that the sun isn't gone. It's still actually shining, and it's actually shining with the same kind of velocity and light that I'm looking at it right now. It just appears to be different because of the fact that the clouds are in front of it. So what's the true reality? Is it that things are just terrible? Is it that the sun is gone, the light is out? Or is it that it's just a few clouds covering it? Just a few things that you got to get through just to be able to keep yourself going to get to the other side. A lot of times that's really the case. Things aren't as bad as they seem. We just have to stay hopeful. We have to persevere. We have to believe in ourselves and know that the sun is still shining. And what I realized about human psychology is that, one of the best ways to be successful, I would say probably the most promising way for any individual to be successful is to first be successful here in your thought process. Because no matter what things look like on the outside, if you're able to stay in tune here, stay focused, stay motivated, stay inspired, then it allows you to change really what's going on the outside. It allows you to hang in there until the clouds are gone. See, the thing is, when the clouds are in front of the sun, we could take it as something negative and we could feel bad until the clouds pass. Or we could just hang out and be all right and just know like there's no reason to fret, fear, be worried really, because the sun hasn't gone anywhere. So I just want to encourage somebody with that today. It's that, you may be dealing with some things in your life that are out of your control, are irreversible. are things that they won't get better. There are some things that are like that. I really feel, especially as a secular humanist, I feel that it's important to have those conversations, because the way that we really heal ourselves and are able to cope with things, it's not always telling ourselves fairy tales and pie in the sky kind of thing. Sometimes it's just dealing with actual life and being able to know that's just what life is, and to find comfort, especially in our relationships. That's why the relationships are so important, because we go through things, we deal with things, but the more people that you feel that you have around you that support you and love you and care, and the more you feel you matter, which is the reciprocal of the relationship. The more you feel that you matter, or that you're loved, or that you're embraced, the better it just does for your whole being. So that's really important. But I just want to encourage someone, today, that the sun is still shining. You might have a few clouds that are in front of it, a few obstacles you got to get through, a time where it's like, okay, for the next 3 months, I'm not going to be able to do this or that because things are just not like that. But, like Tupac said, you got to keep your head up. Things are going to get easier. And I think that in the process, that at least is the thing that keeps me at peace. It keeps me hopeful. It keeps me with a smile on my face and pretty even keel. A lot of people, show appreciation. I love it. It means a lot. A lot of people show appreciation at my even keel personality, my easygoing, friendly personality. I just feel like there's nothing worth me like coming out of that place for. I really do. I stress it all the time. No matter what happens to me, I'm just like, all right. So I could just be down and just take me out but I still got to go through it. So I'm either going to go through it with a smile, or go through it with keeping myself together, controlling myself, or not. I mean, I'd rather just take the ride in peace and come out on the other side, see the sun shining, and just go like, yeah, I knew it didn't go anywhere the whole time. So that's about it, guys. I hope that you're enjoying this. The app that I'm using right now doesn't allow me to see the chat, so I apologize if you guys feel like I'm ignoring you. I'm going to figure out a way to make that happen, because I'm not currently on Facebook doing this. But that's about it. I hope you're inspired, and just know that the sun is still shining, and don't let the clouds fool you. Now, the one thing I think I forgot to do in all that rambling was to pull up the quote. So let's look at it real quick. I got to get really close to the phone so I can read it. So I hope I'm not too loud. Our cloud, and sun partnership. A quote a day. The ultimate reality is that the sun never stops shining. Cloudiness only creates a perceived difference. Therefore, strive to continually operate in not in a perceived difference, but in the ultimate reality. Smile in the remembering of the sun's true reality. After doing this, daily thank the clouds for making this realization possible. Then be inspired in your own life. Sorry, I was fumbling through that. It's so small on the screen, I'm trying to read it. But that was a quote. That was the quote that I wrote a couple years ago. And so that actually is the quote of the day for this coming Saturday. So look out for it again, and maybe drop a comment there on Facebook. But I hope you appreciated this. And that's about it for that topic. One last thing right before I get out of here. If you're in the Baltimore area, we've got a great show coming up. We're doing a Yellow Jackets tribute show. And it's coming up on Sunday, August 19th from 6 to 8 p.m. down at Ondi Music, and that is on Charles Street in Baltimore. It's a great venue, recital hall, kind of vibe. And this has been, I guess you could say, this has been a long time coming. And the reason why is that, I was introduced to the Yellow Jackets back in, I would say 2010, maybe 2000. No, it couldn't have been 2010. I would say between 2007 and 2009, I was introduced to the Yellow Jackets by my best friend at the time, Steve Anderson. And it changed my life. It really impacted my music in a great way. If you guys go to the Fruition Experience YouTube channel, you'll see some of the earlier videos where I think our most popular video is a tune called Psalm 107, and it's a Yellow Jackets cover of the song Savannah that I had written lyrics to at the time. That was when I was doing gospel jazz as an artist. So you can check that out. Like, I have a love, a deep passion and love for the Yellow Jackets music. So we're finally getting a chance to dig in and do what we do as Fruition Experience, with these great Yellow Jackets tunes. So if you're in the area, if you're in the DMV, Virginia, Washington, Maryland, you got to come through to this. And if you never heard of the Yellow Jackets, I have a post on my page that has the playlist, because I put the playlist out that we're going to do so you guys can listen to the music. Musicians, you can shed along with us and practice, because I'm doing weekly sheds, online, where I'm giving everybody the music and showing the chords and all kinds of good stuff. And if you're not a musician, you're just a casual music lover, then you can listen to the music and get familiar with it, so that when you come to the show, you already know the music, and then you can really hear what our touch on it is. It just allows for another level of appreciation. So that's that. August 19th, Sunday, August 19th, 6 to 8 p.m. You can get the tickets at ondymusiclive.com. I also, if you're on my Facebook page, I also have a post that has the direct ticket link. But you'll see the information at the bottom there. And it's going to be a great show. So I hope you guys get a chance to check that out. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're on the East Coast, I know we're a little late, but that was because of the production, preparation, and that kind of thing. So tune in every Monday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Mood Mondays, setting your mood with music and motivation. Peace, y'all. Talk to you real soon. Much love.